Okay, let's do this thing. What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. A lot going on the quote unquote season premiere of Monday Night Raw. Season premiere, since they got to do anything and throw everything out there to get ratings off of this. There's a reason why they call it the season premiere. Before I begin this Monday Night Raw review video, though, go check out our Extreme Rules review online right now. Had a long conversation with the Black Shaggy and Straight Face 40 in the Extreme Rules review. So go check that up online right now. I had a great review talking about a lot of things, the whole show, from the Wyatt return to the matches to the fight pit to whatever else happened on this show and whatnot. So check out the review that is uploaded online right now. But with the 25th anniversary of DX happening tonight, we did kick it off with them with Triple H, Shawn Michaels, X-Pac, and Road Dogg, as they're all saying, you guys ready, right? You ready? You ready? And they look at Triple H saying, are you ready? Because Triple H has to book the show. He's got his headset and glasses on. Triple H says, yeah, it's the 25th anniversary of DX. It's the season premiere. But listen, the sponsors are here. You guys can't curse. You can't go out there talking about your balls and whatnot. Road Dogg just starts saying penis a whole bunch of times. Xbox says fuck, but they end up like censoring, bleeping it out and stuff. They all basically start cursing in, and they look at the four cocks right there with like the rubber chickens and whatnot. Triple H had picked one up, and let's leave Triple H here to play with his cock, okay? And basically Triple H says no fighting, as they kind of bleeped out his words too. So I thought it was funny and whatnot. With the little DX segment right there, just making a whole bunch of dick jokes and stuff. I personally believe that's still funny, so that was good. But we did kick it off with the Bloodline to walk out there, Roman and crew, basically saying, acknowledge him and stuff. Reigns says we gotta look forward, but he couldn't get past what happened Friday night. It was thought a long time ago that the loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room. And Reigns said, if you're the weakest part in the room, any part of bloodline, that makes you a fool. Reigns said, you asked Jay, are you a fool and whatnot? And stuff. But Sami Zayn interrupted. Reigns, put his finger up and so, and whatnot. And, kind of even apologize. Sammy basically went on and said, talk about Reigns telling, Jay, because, Sami Zayn, Jay is now Sami Zayn's problem. And Sami is the honorary Uce out there. Okay? And he loved the opportunity to handle this whole situation. Reigns started kind of looking pissed and everything. But then he smiled at saying, all right, honorary Uce, it's all yours and whatnot. Fans started to chant Sami. And, Sami, said, we all love you very much. Okay? And, Reigns not gonna spitball this. It's for the future of the bloodline and stuff. There's a lot of personal stuff that needs to, get well, all right? And, right now, a lot of things haven't been very oozy with Jey Uso, okay? Sammy basically went on and, point Jimmy and actually, like, who doesn't love him and whatnot. Jimmy smiling and everything. Sammy, talk about Sokoa. He's always being serious, but he's also pretty cool, too, okay? And Jay, you gotta be cool, man. You gotta be cool. Jay looking at Reigns like, this is a joke, right? I'm your cousin, right? All right, what is this, man? What is this? Sammy tried to cut him off. Matt Riddle came out, and honestly, this is where the segment got really bad and not funny because, we know Riddle can't challenge for another shot while Roman is champion, but he wanted another one. Reigns after the crowd, and he said, nah. And then they started doing this whole thing about yeet. They all just kept yeeting back and forth with each other, and it wasn't really funny. And, Sammy ended up just challenging Riddle to a one-on-one later tonight. So, yeah, like, the segment was good until, Matt Riddle came out and just kind of was like, meh, after that. So, it was kind of whatever. Johnny Gargano went against Austin Theory. And listen, I spoke on this yesterday. And you can go back and look at the Extreme Rules to prove a point here if I'm trying to make. Go back. Go back and watch. The timestamps are right there in the Extreme Rules review. Go to the part where we talk about Gargano and Austin Theory. And I feared this was going to happen. Now, on the bright side, it was not for the money in the bank. That's a good thing. On the other half, I rolled my eyes when Gargano went over Austin Theory. I am not the biggest Austin Theory fan, but listen, the guy's been taking too many L's lately. I'm talking about like hella L's, okay? I know Money in the Bank winners don't always win matches, but this is just a streak worth of L's, okay? Do I think it was an FU to Vince in a way? In a way, yeah, I'm starting to believe that now because I'm like, these people be fools to let Gargano go over Austin Theory. Like literally, and like I said, you can go look at the conversation yesterday in the Extreme Rules review. You'll see how I feel about it, okay? And I just kind of just shook my head um, with Gargano being Austin Theory. Not the biggest fan of Austin Theory, but to go this far, just to kind of go back down with the booking is just. I just had to shake my head at that. Like, and he won clean, clean too. Nothing dirty, no dirty finishes, no Theory getting his heat back later on or anything. Nothing. Just lost to Gargano flat. I just kind of just I just shook my head. I just shook my head. So I think if he wanted the Money in the Bank briefcase with it, I think that would have been worse. Because I think I've said this yesterday, and I'm sure everybody would agree. If Gargano had the Money in the Bank, nobody would believe this guy could beat Roman for the world title. Literally. Okay. I could speak more on this. I'm sure people are gonna, like I've already spoken on this before with comparisons to either a Danielson or a Rey Mysterio and whatnot, and how he does not really categorize into none of those places. Like it's literally a whole different aura and whatnot. But this just I just had to sit there and say, wow. Just wow. I get to NXT, which this whole show's damn near NXT at this point. Black and gold, but I just kind of shook my head at that. Yeah, one other thing. Yeah, I'm mad they got Kevin Patrick on here. Like Corey Graves is whatever on commentary to me at this point. They really should have kept Jimmy Smith. I know Jimmy Smith is gone now and he left WWE, but man, I really wish they would have kept him. Well, okay, they really should have kept Jimmy Smith. I would have had him and Corey Graves out there. Kevin Patrick, you can keep him in the back for backstage segments or anything. I'm surprised they just didn't put Byron Saxton back out there. And he's just in the backstage now. But I'd rather have Jimmy Smith. Some people think they fired him due to that comedy made about Roman about saying he's big but he doesn't know he can fight, or even what he said last week or two before, like speaking of not good Johnny Gargano, they may have gotten after him. He was telling the truth about that, but they probably got after him about that. But I thought Jimmy Smith was good on commentary. I didn't know much about him. I thought he was pretty good, but Kevin Patrick, they got to take him off. It's I don't think it's working. It really isn't. Rey Mysterio went against Chad Gable. I'm just glad Rey Mysterio actually faced somebody different other than Judgment Day all the time. Rey Mysterio ended up winning 619 the splash, but then Dominic ended up getting in, telling Ray to hit him and tell him to hit him. Hey, it's getting heat for him. I'll say that. This whole being in Judgment Day thing is getting him heat. You know, Ray didn't want to hit him. Ray ended up just attacking Judgment Day, but Dominic took him down, and Ray didn't want to do it. He just didn't want to. Um, he just turned his head and he tried to leave, and Dominic attacked him from behind and did his own 619 that looked really bad and whatnot. At least I've already spoken up on what I said about Dominic yesterday. I'm not gonna go back into it again. But they're doing it much to get heat on him. I'm maybe Ray versus Dominic happens soon. Saudi Arabia, I don't know. Maybe Survivor Series, we'll see. But they end up just beating him up. Then the Judgment Day are out there then. And talk about the I Quit match last week, and what they did to last night on Saturday. I'm sorry, and what they did to Edge and Beth Phoenix and Ray and the concerto, all that stuff. And then they talked about AJ Styles. AJ Styles came out there and says, "I'm not here to argue with you, okay? I'm here to stand in front of like you guys need help, and I need the family and everything." And he bowed, and AJ, Balor is like, "I'm glad you're here," and he says, "I'm not talking about you." And then next thing you know, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson show up then. So it's a lot to say about that. Okay, because they literally were just what in NJPW. Well, I think they were still contracted on the NJPW. I don't know. I know they were done with Impact, but one thing I would point out with them in NJPW. But nah, before I do get into the NJPW thing, them just they're back and they helped AJ Styles and end up just scaring Judgment Day away. I just think it's kind of funny because isn't Carl Anderson still that Never Openweight championship, and he has the Never Openweight title in JPW currently right now, and he actually is supposed to defend that belt next month in NJPW. But I guess that's dead now. Okay, I guess WWE just like, okay, here's more money. There you go. Do I really want to see Gallows and Anderson back? I'm like, did these guys just join back up with Bullet Club anyways, not that long ago? Which I just think it's kind of funny now is that, so let me get this straight. We literally kicked out GOD just for Gallows and Anderson to join back with Bullet Club and now desert Jay White without literally no explanation and go back to the WWE because I'm sure they were offered more money here. And it's like, okay, yeah, we're done with NJPW. Here's your never open weight title back. Whatever story we had going on over there, that's gone, that's dead, it's whatever. We're back in the WWE now as the OC. So I think it's just kind of funny they went back there. Um, I don't know. Maybe they'll be booked better there because there'll be better booking for them and whatnot. I don't know, but at this point, they just switch to anybody that's a Bullet Club leader. They have either went from Finn to AJ to Omega. Let's remember they were in AEW for that little quick time, also to Omega to Jay White. It's like at this point, they just follow who is ever the Bullet Club leader or a former Bullet Club leader. They either, like I said, they either just like I said, it's a whole revolving door with them. It's like, oh, okay, he's the leader. All right, I'm gonna follow AJ. Okay, Finn's the leader. We're gonna follow Finn. Okay, Kenny Omega's leader. Okay, we're gonna follow Kenny. Okay, Jay White, current Bullet Club leader. We're gonna follow him for a while, and now we're back to following AJ Styles again. So I just think it's kind of funny now they just went back to following AJ. So it's like with them, they just join up with anybody at this point. Elite Bullet Club or OC, I don't know. Okay, but now it's like, oh, we're back on WWE now and stuff. So I think it's just kind of funny and ridiculous at the same time. Okay. I know they interviewed Damage Control, talking about what happened with Bianca and stuff, how they're gonna get payback, and Bailey's gonna start with Candice LeRae. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa basically were leaving, saying we got a penthouse in Manhattan and everything. We're gonna be doing everything in New York. But Reigns told Jay, "You gotta stay here tonight and make sure Sammy wins." Okay. Bailey went against Candice LeRae. I didn't really care that much. Bailey won. No, I'm sorry. Candice LeRae won, beating Bailey. Upset win. Candice was leaving, but Dakota and EO, Damage Control, who are not over, by the way, came out and attacked. Bianca tried to come for the save, but basically they got outnumbered, and Bailey ended up hitting the elbow drop on her. So, yes, the feud continues. Miz was, backstage. Um, with Maurice talking about his birthday party and everything. He got a baseball bat. There's a whole bunch of gifts in the ring and a cake and balloons. And Maurice says she spent a lot of money on this, and got the bat and everything. It's a slugger, from the Cleveland Guardians and stuff. And basically, it was autographed by Aaron Judge. Maurice basically opened, the two giant balls and all that. And then he opened one, which was Dexter Loomis's head. He used the baseball bat as like a whack-a-mole, but Dexter came from under the ring and tried to put Miz in a submission hold again. And basically, Miz ended up kicking Maurice, which, by the way, Maurice, like, she just had to throw herself into the cake. It looked really bad. Miz ended up escaping, and then Maurice just had cake. It didn't look at Loomis. So, listen, we talked about this yesterday, okay? And listen, Loomis just took the knife and stabbed the balls and all that stuff. And then the fan didn't eat the cake. So at least he was over with eat the cake. But we said this yesterday. It's the same damn segment every week with literally no end game to this, okay? It's the same thing. Miz is either distracted or he's talking on his phone in some way, somehow. He gets checked, just choked out by Dexter Loomis, kidnapped, and nothing happens, okay? It's literally the same thing every week, and it's just getting old, and I don't really care anymore. So it's repetitive. It's very repetitive. It was repetitive after the first couple of weeks. Now it's just like, where is this going anymore? Like nowhere. Well, look, it is going to go somewhere now because then they had DX just try to get some job guys ready to go against Omos to die at, and then talk to Miz and basically said, how about this? If you beat Dexter next week, he leaves. But he beats you, he gets a contract and you got to forfeit your deflated balls if you lose. Okay, there you go. Omos killed some guys. Yeah, DX didn't really help motivate those guys. They played all of Bray Wyatt's return, which will be on SmackDown this Friday. Bobby Lashley came out talking about, he's a fighting champion. You know, it's every week. He says he's beating Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Seth Rollins wants a shot, so bring it on. Next thing you know, Brock Lesnar is back. Brock Lesnar returns, which you know that means he wants that Saudi money. And he was like, holy shit. You know, good evening, Brooklyn. And good evening, Bobby. And he ends up F5ing him in. And then the fans chant one more time. And then he just hit some German suplexes and another F5. And then it's still one more time chance. And he hit the Kimura lock. So yeah, he beat the living crap out of Lashley right here. So you know what's going to happen. Lashley, Brock, Saudi Arabia. Brock wants that money. But still, I do want to see this match anyways, just how bad it was back at Royal Rumble months ago. Good to see it again. Lashley, though, we're still down. Seth Rollins came out then basically saying, listen, we're doing this now. You're not going to get out of this easy. I thought you were a fighting champion, okay? You're supposed to be a soldier, right? You look like you're letting down, you're disgracing this title and your country. And then that fired Bobby up, which he went against Seth Rollins then. But Seth, you know, focused on Lashley's bad arm out there, got the win with the curb stomp. So it does protect Lashley, given that he was got the crap kicked out of him by Brock, and he only got goaded into Rollins just saying you failed your country and all that stuff. So he fought with heart out there. Seth Rollins literally bouncing back after his fight pit loss, which in a way you have to reward Seth Rollins for everything he has done throughout the WWE for multiple count of months now, and I mean a lot of stuff he has done in the company lately. Good for him to get rewarded and whatnot. So you know, good for Rollins getting the U.S. title. Lashley said he was going to get Brock Lesnar because he said, you know, he's not a beast, he's nothing but a little bitch. I know they played some Bray Wyatt video, reveal what you are, so we'll find out on SmackDown. Matt Riddle went against Sami Zayn, and Usos was out there. Usos really didn't try to get involved, well, Jay didn't, and Matt Riddle, which, by the way, this match had a lot of time out there, because Sammy told him to stay out of it, and Jay listened, and yeah, Riddle won. So who will Roman get mad at next? Maybe on SmackDown? I'm not sure. But right after that, DX came out in their Jeep military truck. You know, X Pac, basically, which by the way, at least Triple H got rid of the suit. X Pac came out there and, you know, at least paid tribute to China and whatnot. Road Dogg did his New Age Outlaws intro, which, you know, no Billy Gunn and whatnot, because, hey, Billy Gunn's in AEW. Triple H talked about it's been 25 years. And, you know, everybody's out there, I guess, calling everybody else old, especially if you watch from the beginning. I was not really watching this thing until like 99, 2000 when I even discovered DX. So I can't say I was there in the beginning, incarnations and whatnot. But like I said, you know, X Pac does this whole make a little noise thing. Like I said, Road Dogg. You know, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You know how it goes. You know, the Road Dogg, Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the new age. Like I said, that's still fun to say. I always love doing that. It's fun. But yeah, DX, Triple H says, you know, are you ready thing and whatnot. For the thousands, attendants, and the millions at home, and thanking everyone for 25 years, and that he loves all of them. And you know, hey, let me catch my breath. Road Dogg said, I wish you'd give me that opportunity. Let's get ready to suck it. Shawn Michaels went on and said, you know, been 25 glorious years. X Pac, you know, not X Pac, but people chanting HBK, and basically say if you're not down with that, we got two words for you, and that closed the show. So that was kind of it. Like I said, I think if they had Billy Gunn there, they probably would have had a longer segment and whatnot. But then again, Triple H is booking the show, so it's like he has to run around and do everything all night and stuff, including book himself in the main event slot, which only had like 7-8 minutes left, so it wasn't really much to speak on. Then DX doing all their catchphrases. It's always fun to see DX and whatnot. I would have liked if they just beat up in someone like they did last time, or just maybe had a longer segment. But like I said, a little bit odd without Billy Gunn there at the same time too. So okay, it's like, yeah, DX is there, but um it's, you know, DX did their stick and that's it. I'm sure they did more off the air once they went off, you know, went off TV and had a little bit more fun then. But like I said, it's, you know, yeah, DX is DX. That's it. 25 years. Just only 4 members though. One's in AEW right now. So they did what they could. So yeah. I still like DX. Still got to represent. I'm wearing the jersey, so hey, got to mark out sometimes, okay? And I always have fun watching them in whatever capacity. So yeah, other than that, I'm out of here. Check out any review that is online right now. Check out the Extreme Rules review. So yeah, other than that, I'm out of here. Peace out. Not down for this review. We got 2 words for you. Suck it. Out of here. Peace.